Well, good morning, friends. Hi there. All right, so it is time for my week 5 update. So, Living My Best Life Challenge has been going down. It's hard to believe that we are a full month in. And honestly, even if you're just getting started now and you are just starting to follow the Living Your Best Life Challenge, and maybe you have just signed up, you can actually find the link in my bio. So I have this little tap bio, and once you click the link in my Instagram profile, you can sort of scroll across, look for the Living My Best Life Challenge. It is free. It is not a group. There is just a weekly email that I send out with advice and tips and keeping you guys updated. And so I will be sharing that email. It'll go out a little bit later today if you're not a part of it. But when you sign up for the Living Your Best Life Challenge, one of the things that you get in there is this little booklet. And in this little booklet is exactly what I'm going to talk to you guys about. And the Living My Best Life Challenge really came out of me feeling like I really wasn't living up to my fullest potential. And you may know me as this, super engaged business owner that seems like she has it all together, that has reached all of her health and fitness goals, that has a great marriage, that has wonderful kids. But guys, I'm human, and there are definitely areas in my personal life, in my health and my fitness, where I just feel like I was lying to myself and I was just kind of slacking through the process. And I decided that if I wanted to serve people in the way that I wanted to serve them, like in my mind, I have a certain way that I want to show up as CEO. I have a certain way I want to show up as mom. I have a certain way I want to show up as wife. I have a certain way that I want to show up as business coach and mentor and friend and daughter. And I really felt like I was not taking care of myself as far as my sleep went. I wasn't challenging myself with my workouts, my food. Even though I've been in the health and fitness industry for 8 years, I knew that I was getting a little bit more relaxed and that my nutrition was affecting my ability to do my job, and it was affecting my mindset and, sort of my creativity. So I decided that I was going to do this Living My Best Life Challenge, and then I decided to bring you guys all into the process. So I'm a full month in, and this week I want to talk to you a little bit about anxiety. Does anybody out there have some anxiety? Maybe you have anxiety and depression. Maybe you're undiagnosed. Maybe you have a diagnosis. But I want to just candidly share with you that I am somebody that has been very challenged by anxiety for a very long time. When I was in college is when that I first started to have panic attacks. And so I have sought out counseling. I have done tons of therapy for it. I have, taken medication for it. And I really, over the course of the past few years, I've noticed this correlation for my anxiety, and it's very situational. So today I want to talk to you a little bit about what I've been doing, because there was a situation that occurred last week. So I am learning, because I'm journaling every single day. I have a journal, and in my journal, I talk about my mood. So how did I feel yesterday? I talk about the food that I ate, my water. Did I drink my water? Did I get enough sleep? And I sort of like journal things out that are bothering me, that are in my head, right? And last week, just all week, Monday through Friday, was this intense anxiety, this heightened anxiety. And so now, because I've been tracking it so long, there is a strong correlation to my hormonal cycle within the month and an increased anxiety. And then if you throw on environmental factors like a product launch or, stuff going on in your personal life, then it just gets exacerbated, right? So when I get into those situations, which was last week, I had to really lean in to the things that I had learned, which is why I am encouraging you guys to start creating a healthy morning routine and get your nutrition under control. Because when you get into high stress situations or your anxiety has been heightened, you will already have a good practice. So here is what I do. Number one, when I notice that my anxiety is through the roof and I know it is situational or hormonal, I say, what do I need to do? Extra self-care. So when that alarm goes off at 4:50 in the morning or whatever time it goes off, I get myself out of bed. As soon as the alarm goes off, I try not to hit the snooze, because when you hit the snooze button, you just stay in that funk, right? And your brain actually, it triggers yourself to, like, your brain knows it needs to be awake. So it's kind of in this weird, like, intermediate part where I know I need to be sleeping, but I need to be waking up, And so for me, I have to just say, get out of bed. And I walk all the way to the kitchen saying, I'm up, I'm up, I'm up, I'm awake, I'm awake, I'm awake. And if for you, if it's setting your alarm on the other side of the room, do that. The next thing, I do not turn on social media first thing in the morning. Anybody lay in bed and scroll Instagram, scroll Facebook, look at their email. If you are that kind of person and the first thing that you're doing in the morning is letting somebody else dictate your day or make you feel guilty for the fact that you forgot to do something, or you aren't put together, or you didn't get your workout in yet, like, come on, guys, like, don't look at social media. Get out of bed, walk to the kitchen, drink yourself a big glass of water. For me, it's my pre-workout. I drink in the morning, and then I take myself into my office or on the corner of the couch, and I do my morning routine. So for me, it is that 5-minute journal that I talk about all the time, and I write down what I'm grateful for. I write down my intentions for the day, how I want the day to go, and then I do my affirmations. I do 5 minutes of meditation through the Simple Habit app. And I really make sure that I am saying to myself, I choose joy. And all week last week, I had to say, I choose joy. I choose to be happy. I choose not to let any anxiety control me. I am the keeper of my day, and I choose how the day is going to go. And then all week last week, my workouts were hard. Now, I showed up, and if you watched my stories, you saw me work out. But the mental challenge that was going on inside of my head was hard. I didn't want to do it. I didn't have a lot of energy. My mind was racing. My chest was tight. I was thinking about the 10 million other things that I had to do that day. But because I conditioned myself and have for so long to know that movement is really important to your mental health, I pushed through. So was it my best workouts last week? Absolutely not. It wasn't. But because I chose to do the workouts, my mindset was a little bit better. So even for you guys, if you don't have an established routine for fitness, you're going to make it a point to turn on the music, to dance it out, to laugh, to smile, to pick something on Beachbody On Demand and do it, or do your own workout. But I want to challenge you that when you're feeling out of control, to just press play, even if it's for 10 minutes. All right. So now that's my morning routine. Then I go take a shower. I get myself dressed, and I give myself that grace. Now, the next thing that I really think is super important to managing that anxiety is to looking at your calendar and saying, what do I have to do today? What are the things that are going to be a priority, and what are the things that I just need to say no to? And last week I found myself saying no to a lot of things. I found myself saying that doesn't fit into my schedule. That's not a priority. Thank you so much for asking me, but I can't do it. And then I said to myself, if I don't set boundaries and set those walls, then everybody else is just going to keep asking. But if I say I can't do that, then I'm the one that's leading the charge. So I've learned to say no. I've learned to work from a to-do list. And then the other thing that really helped me last week was I did start using CBD oil, and I got the liquid form that you just put underneath of your tongue. And so 3 drops underneath of your tongue in the morning and at night. And I'll link it in my bio, but I use that Exemplary Life, which is a local brand. I trust the woman. She does all the research herself, and I really love it. And that has really made an impact and a significant difference for me personally. But I also give myself frequent breaks during the day. So midday, I take a 5-10 minute break, and I turn on my meditation, and I do a little meditation. I make sure that I stop throughout the day and I breathe. I make sure that in the evening, when my work day is over, before I do some of my evening things, that I unplug, that I'm not on social media, that every time I open my phone, I actually ask myself, Why am I doing this? Why am I opening the phone right now? What is my intention and what do I hope to get from this time that I'm actually, engaging on social? And so for me, those things have really helped me take control back. And I'm not comparing myself to other people. So if you are finding that this time of year, your anxiety is through the roof, these are some of the things you can do. Number 1, make sure you're getting enough sleep. Number 2, make sure you're eating the right foods. If you know what your trigger foods are, let's really work hard to not eat those trigger foods. Number 3, right, is your morning routine. Making sure that social media isn't the first thing that you are doing when you wake up, that you are going and doing your own morning routine, even if it's just 10 minutes. Movement, so key. Can I just challenge you to move your body? You are not too busy for movement. Trust me, all right? Okay, and then lastly, awareness, just becoming aware. Getting out your journal, writing it down, understanding what your triggers are, and then knowing, okay, next time I get this trigger, then what am I going to do so that I don't handle it in an unhealthy way next time? And so your awareness, your ability to become self-aware of how you're treating your body and how you're reacting to stress and anxiety is going to help you develop coping mechanisms. And then daily practice, even when you're not in an anxious state, will train you for how to handle those anxious days. All right? Okay, so I see that there's a question about advice for anxiety-related insomnia. I use the Simple Habit app, and there is a sleep meditation that I will listen to. Lavender essential oils is very helpful. Again, the CBD oil is also very helpful. And then there is, you could take some melatonin as a sleep aid. That's a very natural and healthy way to be able to work through that insomnia. And then there is a product, it's called Liquid IV, and they have a sleep time supplement that's just like melatonin as well. And that's something that both my husband uses. He has a lot of insomnia. So not anxiety related, but definitely insomnia. Okay. All right. I hope that was helpful, you guys. Living my best life. We are on week 5. Personally, I'm feeling very good this week. It is a good week. It's the start of week 5. I'm going to be sharing with you my progress update in the email and linking some of the things we talked about today. So I hope you have a wonderful day, and I will see you guys soon. Bye, everybody.